Dear students, welcome to our class on Gramin, Krishi, Mausum, Seva, GKMS 2. So in this class, we try to understand in the preparation of AAB, Agrometeorological Advisory Bulletin, Agrometeorological Advisory Bulletin, Agrometeorological Advisory Bulletin. Okay, so in preparation of that, there are two most important inputs that are required. So to prepare those inputs, what is required? Data is required. Okay, what are the sources of that data? So that also we try to understand. And in addition to the data, from the data we should get some products. Okay, not only from the data, products from outside. Okay, that we try to discuss to impress upon you once again, to be very clear in this class, the economic data, the weather data, where are the sources, from which sources we get this economic data to weather data. In addition to that, some products are required to prepare the Agromet Advisory Bulletin, AAB. Now see, Gramin, Krishi, Mausum, Seva, GKMS 3, data, products and their sources, economic and weather data. Now, see, there are different sciences in agriculture. Agriculture course, agronomy, entomology, extension, GPPR, plant physiology, plant pathology, soil science and agriculture chemistry, microbiology, biochemistry, what are different subjects are there, agriculture statistics, like that. No, in that, basically, as far as Agromet Advisory Bulletin AAB is concerned, we group them into agronomic data. Majority of them comes under the agronomy. So agronomy is a science which is concerned with production and processing of food for the use, even include fiber, okay, for the use by human beings and also food for the animals. So it is a broader accepted definition, or you can say explanation for agronomy. So if we have that agronomic data, then it is a very useful in preparation of the Agromet Advisory Bulletin. So what is agronomy data? Agronomy data under 8 subheadings I would like to discuss with you. Number 1, cropping pattern, ruling varieties, area under irrigation and rainfed, acreage under different crops. So normal dates of sowing, stage and state of the major crops, soil moisture data, crop weather and crop pest relationships. So these are the 8 subheadings. Just each one for a half minute I try to explain to you. Okay. Then as far as weather data is concerned, past 30 years of weather data of that particular district or the state, or you can say block level. Then some products and some warnings for extreme weather events like hail, even including the size of the hail. Okay, warnings, fog, gales, heat waves, cold waves, like that. So as far as that weather data is concerned, again, where we get those sources, what are the sources from where we get this data? Now, number 1, I would like to impress upon you is that number 1 is cropping agronomic data. Number 1 is agronomic data. Now, so number 1 in the agronomic data, the first one is the cropping pattern. Okay, there are certain terms in agronomy. Monocropping, that means every year in the same field in a agriculture year only one crop is grown. Mixed cropping, different crops, different seeds of different crops are mixed, and then okay, we go for sowing. Crop rotation. So we change the crop. Okay, from one year to the other, within the year, within the agriculture season, within the agriculture year, season to season, we change the crop. So like this, what is the cropping pattern? Cropping pattern, in that, see, if you take a particular district, or if you take a particular block, district or block, as I said in the first class, Agromet field units, AMFUs, DAMUs, district Agromet units. So these are the two tier structure system now. So now we are going down to the level of sub-district or block level. Now, if you take the district or if you take the block or you can say sub-district, okay, in that in the district, sub-district or block, when you go for it, what is the cropping pattern? Cropping pattern means in every year, okay. For the last 10 years, if you take it, what is the cropping pattern that most of the farmers are following? That is very essential. Say, for example, usually a kharif crop and a rabi crop are generally grown where for the rabi crop irrigation facilities are available. As far as southern India is, as far as northern India is concerned, due to western disturbances, if rains are going, so farmers go for certain good, not farmers, it's a major wheat crop is grown there, okay, by taking advantage of the rains of the our western disturbances now. So cropping pattern we should understand to prepare the AAB, Agromet advisory bulletin for that particular district or you can say sub-district or you can say block level. Now, second thing is ruling varieties. First one is the cropping pattern. Second one is the ruling varieties. See, if you take the paddy crop in coastal regions of Andhra Pradesh, short duration, medium duration, long duration. Similarly, in different parts of the country where a paddy crop is grown, it is grown under different ecological systems, different agroecological system, puddled and flooded condition under the low-lying areas. Upland areas, it's only dry paddies. System of rice intensification. So like this, there are several systems of rice. For example, I am taking, if you take in that, variety, crop is same, variety duration changes. If it is short duration variety, maybe 150 to 120 days of paddy. Medium duration 145 to 150 days, long duration more than 170 days. In higher reaches of Himalayas where some this scented rice varieties are grown, the varieties grow beyond 100 240 days. There are certain varieties. I saw it. As short as Satte, SATTE, 60 days duration of rice varieties are also there. So in case of soybean, where I worked for my PhD, shortest duration, MACS varieties, shortest duration is 65 days. Of course, 145 days is the longest duration. So the duration of the varieties, varietal characters, also whether it is a short stature or medium stature, long stature, like that, in addition to duration, height wise also. Third one is the area under irrigation and rainfed. First one is the cropping pattern, second one is the varieties, third one is the area under irrigated and rain-fed. So, either for a district or a sub-district or block level, for anything this is the same. How much area is under irrigated? Even if it is irrigated, how much is under the canal system? How much is under the well system? How much is the area under tank system? So, if no irrigation facilities are there in certain villages, so these are the villages where the crops are grown under the rain-fed system, where these are the villages under which the crops are grown in the irrigation system. That data is also required. First one is the cropping pattern, second one is the variety, third one is the area under irrigation and rain-fed. The fourth one is the acreage under different crops. See, if you go to a village, different crops are grown: cereal crops, oilseed crops, pulses crop, commercial crop, plantation crops, that is mango orchards may be there, coconut may be there, what not, even floriculture may be there, even agriculture, vegetables are grown. So what is the area under different crops? This is the fourth one. First one is the cropping pattern, second one is the varieties, third one is the area under irrigation and rain-fed, fourth one is the area under different crops. The fifth one is the normal date of sowing. You see, DOS we call it as the DOS, we call it in the agronomic terms, so date of sowing. This is very important. monsoon shall start, southwest monsoon shall start on for 1st of June. So even nowadays we have come to conclusion that 4th of June also is given in certain books. Now if it is going beyond that normal date of onset of month, farmers invariably go for some sort of changing of the crops, because monsoon is delayed, they cannot go for the variety which they have sown when the monsoon was onset on correct time of 1st of June. So now here, if the monsoon is delayed by 1 week, maximum 2 weeks, there is no problem. If it is going beyond a fortnight, 1 month, 1.5 month, the contingency plan has to be go for. So in these cases, all these first, at the end I will tell. So in all these cases, we need to go for a contingency planning. Now, stage and state of the major crops. Stage and state. What is meant by stage? Every crop passes through vegetative, reproductive, maturity stages. Okay, these are the stages. What is the state of the crop? State means whether the crop is drought affected, biotic or abiotic stress state. What is the state of the crop? Is it in good condition? Is it experiencing the congenial weather condition? Is it experiencing favorable environmental conditions for its completion of life cycle of 120 days or 145 days or 160 days, short, medium, long days? That also we need to have. The soil moisture data. This is very, very important. Why soil moisture? Once there is soil moisture, then only farmers go for sowing of the crop. Of course, there are certain areas economically where in anticipation of the monsoon rains, farmers go for sowings, taking the advantage of pre-monsoon rains. Even in that case also, soil moisture is very, very important. So to go for sowings. Then the last one is the crop weather and crop pests and diseases. See, this is my findings. GDD, growing degraders are very much useful in predicting the incidence and the damage by the pests. Heliothermal units are very much useful in predicting the disease. So that means, crop, weather, pests and diseases. So these are all the things that are required from the agronomic data side. Agronomic data we call it. There is a special procedure. Now, where this information is available, from where this information is available, that is very, very important. Please note that the cropping pattern, you take it from the state agriculture universities or agriculture department. Okay, good, excellent. Now, the varietal information, same from the ICR institutions of that particular district or sub-district or state level. You can also take from state agriculture universities or state departments. Even the area under irrigation and the rainfed, you take from the same sources. State agriculture university, state department, extension agronomist is also a source for all these three. The fourth one is the area under irrigated and rainfed, and acreage under irrigated and rainfed, same sources. What are the sources? State agriculture universities, state department of agriculture, this extension agronomists. So these are the sources for first four, and the fifth one is the so common this particular the fifth one is the sowing dates information. Same sowing dates, Department of Agriculture of that particular district or you can say sub-district or block level. Again, State Agriculture University, ICR institutions. These are the sources. Again, even for the stage and state of the crop, same sources. Soil moisture data, same sources you get, and crop weather question, same sources you will get it. That means all the economic data in principle, in general, we get from the state agriculture universities or ICR institutions, or you can say State Department of Agriculture or Extension Agronomist. Now, so let us go to understand what is weather data. Now, you see, what is Agromet, Agrometeorological Services, Agrometeorological Advisory Service, yes, Agrometeorological Advisory Services. See, it is two things coupling. Number one is the weather data. Number two, weather data means not only weather data, weather forecasting. Yes, integrate weather forecasting integrated with the crop or agriculture meteorology. So, integration, or you can amalgamate amalgamating these two, weather and weather forecasting coupled to agrometeorology. Agrometeorological means, agrometeorology has been defined as the science concerned with detailed examination. Okay, so the study of those aspects of meteorology, that have direct relevance to agriculture is agricultural meteorology. I repeat once again, the definition of agricultural meteorology is study of those aspects of meteorology, that means weather data, those that have direct relevance to agriculture. So this is an amalgamation, that is an integration. AAB, okay, is a product. Now, just to go back, agrometeorological advice is services. It is a service, okay. To do some service, you need some tools, you need some products. One of the products is AAP, okay. To do good service to the farmers or farming community in India, Agromet Advisory Bulletin is the one of the tools. Okay, good, very good. It is a service, Agromet Advisory service. For the service, this is the tool. Now, historical weather data for the last 30 years, number one, 8 points in the agronomy as far as weather data is concerned. Number one and most important is historical weather data. Solar radiation, temperature, humidity, pressure, wind direction, wind speed, derived parameters, like you can say relative humidity or humidity in the morning and evening. Of course, we measure it also. Derived parameters also we need as far as much of information as possible for the last 30 years. That is number one. Where do we get? What is the source for weather data? So India Meteorological Department is the best source, or you can say State Agriculture University, where a meteorological observatory or agrometeorological observatory, that is the source. The second one is the as far as history is concerned, NDVI, okay, normalized vegetation, NDVI, normalized vegetation, normalized difference vegetation is NDVI, normalized differential vegetation NDVI, SPI, okay, that is the standard precipitation index. These two. So for these two are also available from the India Meteorological Department. So there are some sources. I just for your academic interest, I would like to share with you some products of these are available as far as India is concerned. Okay, weather information. Okay, products on IMD website, that is NDVI. Normalized difference vegetative index. Okay, SPI maps, so satellite images. These are available at www. IMD Agreement, IMD.gov.in. This is one source, www.mausam.imd.gov.in. So these are the two sources from where we get the information on weather with reference to NDVI and SPI. Now, past weather over the crop season. Yes, this is very interesting. Past weather, if a crop is going on 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months crop duration. What is the past weather? What is the past? That is also a very, very essential in preparation of the Agromet Advisory Bulletin. So weather elements and parameters during the crop season and extreme weather events. This is also very important. What are the extreme weather events? Heat waves, cold waves, hails, and gales, whatnot. All these things are there. Even fog also. That is what. So weather forecast and warnings. So this is another important thing. This is available in the Agromet. .imd.gov.in, and so of course, as I said, www.mausam.imd.gov.in. Now this is the weather forecast and warnings. The last one is the SRWB. What is SRWB? Short range weather forecasting products. So where that information is available, that information is also available, www.mausam.imd.gov.in. So what I am interested to give as a summary is that in this class we tried to understand that Agrometeorological Advisory Services, AAS small s, and AAS are capitals and the small s. Agrometeorological Advisory Services, we in India, we are giving for the farmers farming, particularly Agromet Advisory Bulletin, AAB. In preparation of that, what we need is the data, products and sources. So what is the data? First one is agronomic data. Agronomic data means cropping pattern, varietal characters, area under irrigation and rainfed, okay, acreage under different crops, like that 8 parameters, including the last one, soil data and pests and disease that occur. So as far as weather data is concerned, Four things are there. Five things are there. Number one, you need to have 30 years long data from IMD or State Agriculture University, or you can say it is from the ICR institutions, including ICR, State Agriculture University is IMD. Now, after that, we need the weather data on the crop growing season, NDV and SPI, short range weather forecasting. In addition to that, certain types of extreme weather warnings. All this information is available from three sources. First, the best source is IMD. As far as Agri.Met is concerned, IMD Pune. State Agriculture University, so even CRIDA, Central Research Institute for Dryland Agriculture, that is one of the best sources, and ICR, other ICR institutions. So, this is what I would like to discuss with you as far as the data, product and sources for preparation of Agromet Advisory Bulletin. Thanking you for your patient hearing.